Hey everybody, we are live with Botanist from Metawana. How are you doing today?
Good. What's up, Sandy? How are you doing?
Good. I'm ready to learn more. I feel like I've been as behind as could be with all projects, but I
Dude,
definitely want to
it's
get to know more about these baby buds because they look
yeah,
adorable.
absolutely. It's been a crazy last 3 weeks. I think it's been heavy on the trade shows and events between, Solana Miami, NFTLA, GDC in San Francisco. So I think a lot of people in the industry are feeling a little disconnected right now.
Yeah, definitely disconnected. We had like a little bit of a road show up the West Coast, and
Nice.
I need to catch up on some sleep.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm saving my sleep time for after this mint, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're just gonna be gone for like a whole week.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
Sweet.
what do we have to look forward most for this mint?
Yeah, so baby buds are they're level 2 of the evolution. So they're going to be kind of that one step closer to a battle bud. And we made some updates to the white paper to just kind of reflect some of the changes we've been announcing in the Discord. And so one of those big updates was kind of, why do you want to level up? What are the benefits of having a higher level nug? And where what we outlined in the white paper was that you're going to have the ability to get, I guess, more passive staking wise as you progress. So a nug, you're going to require water and munchies to maintain that nug and eventually get grams at the end, which you'll turn in for contracts. When you have a baby bud, you don't need to provide it munchies. It's now almost a battle bud and just scary enough to keep the thief away. So you just need water to maintain the battle bud. And then once you get to the battle bud, I'm sorry, maintain the baby bud. Once you get to the battle bud stage, you'll have the ability to basically passively stake. I mean, you'll put it in a meditation zone. It doesn't need water, doesn't need munchies. It'll earn those grams. So I know we've obviously had a lot of users asking about passive staking, and a huge goal for us is to incentivize users to play the game. So we figured it would be kind of an unlockable mechanic as you progress through the game.
That sounds awesome. Where is that in
Yeah,
the,
that's in
just so I'm in the right
gameplay.
spot?
So in gameplay, if you scroll down, that's where the bulk of these updates came in. We've got a lot of the basics around the farming, and none of that's been changed at all. It was just kind of updating the evolution benefits and what that looks like, as well as updating us on everyone on how to evolve itself. So another cool element that we added, also in that same vein of trying to incentivize gameplay, was magic hemp oil. So magic hemp oil is a key element of evolution. You'll need magic hemp oil at every level. That's that graphic right down there, the purple one. You'll need that a specific level potion to upgrade your baby bud to a battle bud, or your nug to a baby bud. And those will actually only be unlockable in game. So what we've kind of created is, all users in this game at level 5 get a free nug. That's part of our desire to have people incentivized to play and reward. But after that reward from the nug, you're like, okay, well, why would I not go back and start another account? And so that was something that we're obviously game planning around and trying to best provide a sustainable solution for. And so we came up with magic hemp oil. It's going to be super valuable. My guess is most users who get it are going to want to use it. But if you're a user that has a couple of different buds and you want to, upgrade all of them, you're really going to need to play to unlock those potions, which will come after that level 5. So users will have a really cool opportunity to basically have a whole new line of NFTs that are only earnable in game, that are going to have some awesome value for folks that either want to use them to upgrade their buds or help another user and sell them on the market to them and allow them to upgrade theirs. So that was a really interesting kind of new element we laid out. And then the newest one, which we hadn't talked about and was kind of one of the surprises we planned for in the white paper, is smoking your NFTs. So all users get an NFT at level 5. As you can imagine, that would be, that's going to be the first place that you get an NFT. There will be opportunities to earn them at higher levels as well, but you'll get your nug at level 5. And obviously we don't want an economy where we're just filling it with nugs. And so we needed to have a balanced economic measure there to make sure that, we're keeping the burning of these nugs as a forefront and a really incentivized area for a user to go into. And so when you try and level up from a nug to a baby bud, you'll just need Metawana and the potion. But if you want to go from a baby bud to a battle bud, you'll need to burn an NFT. You can burn any NFT you want. I would highly suggest not burning a Genesis nug or burning a baby bud or a rare or an epic. You can just do a common or any level of bud there. So it kind of incentivizes users to be playing around in the market. It incentivizes them to be playing the game and earning those nugs. So there's going to be a lot of cool options for users, and really just overall strategy. And they have to make decisions. If a potion's going for a lot of money on the secondary market, do they want to invest that into their nug and level it up, or do they want to capitalize on what the market's looking for at that time? So that's really the whole goal there. And once you get into a battle bud, you park that bad boy on the farm, and he'll meditate and earn your grams as you go.
Okay, so that's what the battle buds do once you get them up to there. When does the PvE battling come out?
So the battle game right now is going to be July is what we're looking at. Where our goal is to get a demo out to the community before then as well. Just like we did with farming, we get feedback. Everybody can play the game and get a sense of what we've been working on. We're going to really start showing a lot of animations on evolution, animations on the game itself, which I have locked away in my files, a playable version of it, which is coming together day by day, and it's pretty awesome. I'm really excited for it. So that'll come out then. Before that, we'll have Evolution and Magic Hemp Oil out for folks. We're getting a lot of questions from people who are like, well, if the Evolution's not out till June, how are we going to get what are we going to do with our Genesis nugs? And the goal in between now and then is obviously the coin will be coming out, so there'll be some awesome rewards there for folks. But the goal is going to be earning and accumulating those potions. You really get you'll get those after you earn that nug. So there's some serious in-game playing that you got to do to get to that potion level. And it's going to time really nicely with the launch of Evolution and the launch of MHO in the system.
So the way you get that oil is going to be through just basically farming?
Correct. Yeah. So when you complete contracts, you basically your farm has a level. So when you complete contracts, you'll get experience points and the in-game currency, which we call THC. So as you get more and more higher levels, at certain level thresholds, you'll unlock a variety of different things. In the earlier levels, it could be anything from additional plots of land to free water and free munchies to NFTs of nugs, all the way up to the magic hemp oil potions. So there's going to be a lot of different ways to get rewarded throughout leveling up, and that's our goal is to we don't view ourselves as a project where you kind of just buy the NFT and sit back and never play the game. I mean, users can do whatever they want with it, but we wanted to make it a nice path for people who really want to play the game and for them to get rewarded as a result of that.
So we'll have about 2 months of farming before gameplay, right?
Correct. Yeah, 2 months of farming before the battle game comes out. We'll start to drop some awesome elements about battle as we progress towards that marker. At that point, folks will have had time to build their teams. You're gonna want as many battle buds as possible to build your ideal team. We're working right now to get really low leveled kind of stand-in AI ghost players for users who don't have enough battle buds there. They're obviously not going to be nearly as good as a actual battle bud, but we don't want users. Accessibility is key for us, so we want to avoid the situation of Axie where you need $300 to $500 dollar NFTs to play the game. I know that's not the case currently for Axie, but 2 months ago that's definitely where they were at. So we don't want to be in a position where we're boxing out a lot of people who want to play the game, but the rewards mechanisms and your ability to strategize in battle is definitely going to be dependent somewhat on the nugs you have. So if you have 3 battle buds and you're playing against 3 AI battle buds, those 3 battle buds are going to get you a whole lot more rewards and give you some more flexibility on how you customize your team.
Okay, that'll be cool to see. I'm excited to see what y'all do with the AI battle buds and how.
Yeah, we're working on it. Just kind of basically a level 1 battle bud, which is going to be different than obviously the level 3s that everybody has. But we've seen a really cool. Splinterlands has a really awesome model that they've used for this, which is basically have 2 pools. You have players who own NFTs that play, and then players who just want to get in and play the game for fun. And play the game for fun is awesome, gives you an on-ramp to start understanding the game. but you have, lower level characters, and there's no real rewards for those users. Whereas the rewards and like the higher level competitions and tournaments and all that rest with people who own the NFTs. So that's definitely something we're looking at as well.
I just caught this. Sorry, the magic bong water.
Yes, the
During
magic
the
bong
PvP.
water. Yeah, that's a so if you've seen like in TFT or some of these other games, you basically, to level the playing field, you have a pool of users you can choose from, pool of characters you can buy, but you have to be strategic with how you use and save your magic bong water. You'll get 10 at the beginning of the round. If you win the round, you may get more. You can save it for a following round. So you're kind of, figuring out, do I want to, add a new character? Do I want to diversify? Do I want to upgrade a character on the board, which you can do while playing? So there's a couple of different decisions you'll have to make. And I think we get a little more leeway than Riot does to make funny puns. So magic bong water was the choice.
Yeah. I'm surprised they don't make more puns in some of the Epic games and Riot games.
Yeah, man, it's being in cannabis, we kind of it's part of our nature. Cannabis is laden with heavy puns from the inception of the industry. So we figured we'd translate a little of that cannabis comedy over as well.
Yeah, Bruce Knox just had a little cannabis comedy in the chat as well. He said it looks
yeah,
dope. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's we're getting that looks dope a lot. The burning element, the magic bong water, I was in Colorado in the cannabis space for a while, and it was mile high everything. Mile high dispensary, mile high strains, all that. So,
Bruce has got a question for you.
Do y'all smoke? Legit question. Yes, Bruce. I don't think anybody could come up with some ideas like this without having a little magic bong water in them. But I was in the cannabis industry for the last 5 years. The legal industry here in Southern California, Northern California, and Colorado. So it was almost kind of a occupational hazard, I would say, for my previous career.
It's a good way to put it. So what other updates were there that I haven't
Yeah,
gotten to yet?
we put some we kind of updated the roadmap. We definitely made some new additions to the DAO as well. Roadmap was just kind of adding in some of the stuff we'd previously done. It's obviously not a good idea to put nug pull on your roadmap before you do the nug pull. So it was things like that, making some backdated updates there. We got obviously the 420 surprise coming up a week from today, which I'm
I was about to mention that. That was the first thing I noticed when I looked at the old roadmap. That I just want to know what it's going to be, because the nug pull surprise was a pretty huge surprise. So.
Yep. Yeah, we've got the 420 surprise. I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, but it's pretty awesome. We've been working on it for a while now, and I'm very, very excited to get that out to everybody. And then we've got, obviously the token as well coming in May. We're going to release the token in a few different ways. We've got that set up to reward users across a couple of different avenues. One is obviously in-game participation. How much are you playing the game? We really want to reward those users who are playing it and enjoying it and creating for the ecosystem as a whole. And then on top of that, we've got obviously rewards for people who own assets. So depending on your ownership assets, we're going to have a formula and a calculation that's based off of how evolved are your assets? What are they? Battle buds, baby buds, nugs, whatever that may be. How rare are those assets, and how many assets you have? So we have that pool as well of rewards, and we just announced on our kind of token allocation that the DAO is going to be giving 10% boost for the first year. So that first year of play is going to be really lucrative for folks who are getting into the game and just really there to reward our early users. I mean, that's a core element that we focused on since day one, is making sure those early adopters and those early fans of ours who are really going to launch this project are the being rewarded for that kind of participation. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the changes on the token side. We're really excited to get some governance in place as well for the DAO to really have folks deciding on the future of this game. I mean, our roadmap goes till February 2023 right now. Obviously anything that we can execute before that, we absolutely will. And we've got enough staff. My hope is to get those going once we're through this final push of getting the game out to the world. And so a lot of the decisions that are later on this roadmap are going to be heavily community guided. And in addition to that, we're going to have a lot of decisions being made beyond February 2023 that are totally up to the community. So
I've got the same question as what's in the chat. Could you tell us a little more
yes,
about the land?
absolutely.
My biggest question is probably how it's going to be obtainable, if it'll be through the token and therefore gameplay, or if it'll be another Solana sale.
Yeah, so we've got right now currently the plots of land, and those can be unlocked. You basically start with a plot that's start with land that's like 8 plots, and then you have your first kind of section of that plot, and you'll unlock those 8 as you progress through the game. That's just by leveling up. That's by playing and getting access to more slots there. Land is something that we're discussing in terms of how we execute it, but maintain balance in the ecosystem and keep it, lucrative and kind of rare in that sense. We don't want it to be something that we're mass producing 10,000 of. And so our goal would be to have a land mint down the line, as well as a way for users to earn it potentially in game. But our strategy for a lot of the mints going forward is going to be using that Metawana token. We obviously want the public to be able to access it and grow the game through mints. I think that's a key piece of mints that people forget about, is having a public element of it is important to bring new folks in. But we're having a lot of awesome ways that M1 is going to be used in game, and the land sale is absolutely an area that we're going to push that. So yeah,
so I was hoping you'd say.
Yeah, so we'll have it. It'll be a kind of unique element of the game. Is something that we're making sure is very balanced before we approach it, but we know there's going to be a lot of demand for it, so we're really excited to get that out.
It's exciting. And then I'm assuming the ecosystem, you mentioned the allocations here.
Yeah, so we've got a few different areas here that are going to be we didn't really make too many changes to. We kind of just added in more airdrops about the language about the airdrops, excuse me. So we've got daily airdrops that are going to be coming out for users based on asset ownership. And then we're going to have daily rewards given to users, likely via airdrop as well, that are based on, engagement in the game and how much THC did you earn? How much were you playing? All of that. And as we progress into the battle portion of the game, we're going to have that around for, how did you win? How many did you win? How many did you play? And start to incorporate some of those battle economics into it as well, so that users are really being rewarded for, playing and all that stuff.
That's awesome. I'm definitely going to be trying to hold mine. I think having land in this game would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It looks like we also got another question in here. How are Genesis nugs worth buying right now? Because baby buds look better in every way. So this is a great question. We've gotten this quite a bit here. And so I think one of the important things to think about is the lifespan of the game. And so right now, what we're doing is we're selling obviously this second generation of baby buds. And so those will have a whole host of benefits, just like, obviously easier to stake, higher rewards, as that having a baby bud over a nug is more participation in the ecosystem. And so, that mint right now is going to be all focused on getting those out there. There's Genesis benefits, some that we've released, some that we haven't released. And it's purposeful that we haven't released them, and you'll see why. But the first one is that you're going to get a mint pass to all future mints. So we have seasonal strains that are going to be coming out, on a seasons basis to introduce new strains into the game. And users will get a discounted price and first crack at those for each Genesis nug that they have. So that's a super important piece. Now, for folks that are still curious about what that means over the long term, when you have a Genesis nug that levels up to a baby bud, that Genesis nug is going to be worth more than the baby bud is that was minted in this mint or is acquired through other ways, because it's not going to have that Genesis stamp. So that's the first of a host of benefits we're going to be announcing as we progress, some in PvP, some in real world, that are going to have really just that Genesis collection in mind. We don't have additional benefits being added to any other mints or any other stages of mints, given that if you get that Genesis to a baby bud, it's going to be more valuable than a baby bud that's not a Genesis. So the whole ecosystem is built around rewards of ownership and evolution, but Genesis is really the only collection that's going to continue to get special benefits throughout the lifespan of the game. So there's obviously a disconnect in timing right now, given that one NFT is a little more evolved than the other, but I know personally, I'm going to be saving all my Genesis and upgrading those. Obviously going to be participating in the Baby Bud Mint as well, but no plan to move off of those Genesis given the long-term, goals of what those benefits will have and the ability to get them up to the level and even past the level of anything that comes out in this mint.
Awesome. Let's see. Any other questions in the chat? Yeah, I agree with this statement.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we have not released all the Genesis benefits. I can tell you the 420 will be the release of another Genesis benefit. Yeah, and so that's the burning piece is going to be interesting. We're working on an immense amount of warnings for users as they're clicking through the burn section so that they're well aware of the nug that they're burning. But I'm excited to see these first potions drop because it's going to be a madhouse for people to, start collecting those and upgrading the buds that they've been sitting on for a while. So yeah, so a lot of awesome things here. This is also going to be the first time that we ever sell nugs beyond that OG stage. Obviously, we'll have the land involved, and we'll have the seasonal mints coming out. But this Baby Bud Mint's going to be really the only time we let people skip that time investment piece. For the life cycle of the game. Yes,
that's a good question.
It's a great question, Lord Morty. Yes, your Genesis, if upgraded, will maintain its G stamp throughout the life cycle of the game. So that generation will never change. It's the only one that'll keep getting the benefits, and it will continue to have, that Genesis stamp as it progresses. And so, anybody that's worried about the Baby Bud versus Genesis debate, if you end up, 6-8 months down the line with a level 5 Battle Bud that's a Genesis nug, you're going to be pretty happy out there.
Yeah, and then more questions about whether or not the Genesis nugs are really going to have extra benefits.
Yep. Yeah.
So I guess wait for that 420 surprise to find out.
Yeah, the 420 surprise will be the next item in the list of benefits for the Genesis, and it is something that we will continue to reward throughout the life cycle of the game. So a Genesis nug sitting next to a nug at another level, or another nug at the exact same level. So let's say a Genesis nug and a non-Genesis nug. Genesis will always have that extra value because of the upgrades we continue to attach to it, which, we're not going to be attaching any of those upgrades to any of these other generations.
That makes sense. I think we'll get more questions as we keep going. Was there anything else you wanted to touch before we move on to the giveaway portion?
Yeah, I mean, we've got obviously the mint coming up tomorrow. Very excited for that. It is guaranteed mint, so we've got a lot of time for users to get in. It's going to be less of a madhouse than the previous mint, which is definitely raucous in every way. So we've got it at 125 Sol, and then just to keep in line with the meme numbers we're constantly using here, we got 1.69 Sol for the public mint, and the game is going to be coming out right after the close of the mint. So very excited to get people farming and planting.
Yeah, I'm excited to get farming and planting. This is a good question.
Yes. Great question. We have reached out to their team. We do have a couple of people with backdoors. Snoop was actually an investor at the previous cannabis company I was working at. So we are leveraging contacts a few different ways. If you guys couldn't tell, Snoop is probably one of the hottest influencers to have in the NFT space, particularly within the subset of the cannabis industry. So we're making approaches there. We're making approaches to some pretty large, truly top 5-10 streamers in the Twitch space. We've got a couple different avenues of promoters and promotions that we're working on that are going to be a lot of fun, really interesting, and I think pretty unique for the community. So we're really excited to keep progressing down that road. And, now that we've got a little bit of scale and we've got, a community behind us that's super supportive and helpful in making those intros, I think it's going to be a very interesting promotion next 2 months. We'll just leave it at that.
That's awesome. I'm trying to think if there were any other questions I had about the tokenomics or anything else that had been announced. Was there anything that I missed as we went through the updates?
No, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head with a lot of stuff. I would just say that the last big piece to mention is obviously the token will come out after the game is launched. We will still be rewarding users for their play, obviously from, pre-token launch up to token launch. So there's going to be a lot of awesome rewards that'll come at once the token's up. full honesty, the reason for the token delay is it's very difficult to launch it legally in the United States, and we've got a great legal team on our side who's taking care of that, and we just want to make sure that we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's and not rushing into anything given the current landscape in this space. So we'll have a lot more updates on the token launch coming in the next couple of weeks here, and we're really excited to get the DAO up and running and have this game be sufficiently decentralized for everyone to guide its future.
Yeah, sorry, I'm laughing at some of these chats. New to you, but not to weed.
Yeah, I think weed definitely predates me, that's for sure. But if you want to learn about some weed and Web3, come on into the Discord.
Yeah, and just before we move into the giveaway, I want to show this is a little picture
Yes.
you gave me. So this is all the baby buds that are going to be
This
launching.
is the roster. We've got Afghani, AK, Amnesia, Banana OG, Blue Dream. Then on the second category, UK Cheese, Cherry Durban Poison, Diablo OG, Lava Cake, Knockout OG, Pineapple Express. A nice little homage to Jimi Hendrix with the left-hand guitar for Purple Haze. Skywalker OG, Sour Diesel, Thai Stick, and Valentine X. And so this is our first season of nugs here and baby buds. So as we add new seasons in, we'll have some really awesome seasonal strains that'll be pretty unique and rare. There'll be smaller mints from the current mint we've got, and they'll have a lot of opportunity to get some new strains into the system, and then have another season with some new strains after that. So going to keep a nice healthy rotation of these guys.
King Weedy had another question. They're asking if it's better to pick up on secondary or wait for the mint.
Yeah, so King Weedy, definitely great question. It's all up to you. It's you obviously have to do your own research, and can't be out here giving you financial advice, but there's a lot of cool benefits for either. The baby buds will allow you to progress a little faster out the gate, but the Genesis are going to have those long-term value that is not going to be offered to any other nugs. So it's kind of a personal decision to make there, but we'd love to have you in the community in any way, shape, or form. That's for sure.
And then Dijonko was asking what the plans are for marketing.
Yes, great question. So as we get through the launch of the game, we've got a lot of awesome things teed up. Right now, we've started to work on some much larger partnerships within the Web3 space. That's one major area we're focusing on. We're also going to be getting heavily into the Twitch element of things. So we've just brought on a new team member who we hired this week, who is from 5 years of esports partnerships, working with esports teams and a whole variety of exposure to traditional gaming world. And so he's going to be heading up a lot of our partnerships. And our goal from the Twitch side of things is to start partnering with esports teams, sponsorships there, getting users to continue playing the game on Twitch, promotional stuff there. And then we're also going to start reaching out to a number of really influential and high-end influencers within the gaming space, streamers and folks that we've started conversations with, but we want to make sure we're executing it at the right time. And for us, that's going to be after game launch. And then on top of that, bringing in the cannabis real-world connections that we have. 2 of our 3 team members have been in the space for combined almost 10 years, which for, California was legal in 2018 and Colorado in 2012. So that's a solid chunk of time given how long it's been legal for. We've got dispensaries we're working to partner with, brands, a lot of it. My whole role for the previous year before this was setting up partnerships with dispensaries. And so we've got a lot of people that we're working with and getting, set up with, from everything from brands to token usage, just benefits in store. So yeah, we've got, a lot of different promotions there. And then honestly, some spokespeople too, that we're working with, or in conversations with, some very, very famous stoners that I think everybody in the chat would know. So we've got a couple different avenues that we're focusing on. And I think, it's a much more difficult conversation when you're a game that isn't released and your community has, let's say, 2,000 or 3,000 folks than it is when, you're close to the 10K threshold that we're at now, as well as the, game coming out itself. And so once there's kind of proof of life there, it makes those conversations a lot easier. Cypress Hill. I think I know that Be Real is definitely in the space, looking at different folks. And so I think there's a lot of crossover with particularly the hip hop world. And it's absolutely an area we're looking at too. So I think there's going to be a lot of fun there.
I'll put this one up first. King Weedy has another question. On the mint, is there going to be a chance for
Yes.
different levels? So same as the previous mint, right? There will be,
Yep.
which I
Same
had a follow-up question on that.
for sure.
When we're leveling up and evolving, will it remain common throughout, or will we be able to evolve it into a legendary person?
So it'll maintain its level of rarity. So a common wouldn't ever go
Okay.
to an uncommon, and that was part of our. It was a kind of a long strategy play that we made, but it's why we locked certain nugs to certain rarities. So Purple Haze is obviously the only legendary right now, and so there's no chance for another, let's say an epic to level up to the legendary. But that epic can level up to, obviously a level 5 battle bud, which is all we've released to date in terms of leveling. I can promise you that we're in the lab right now working on levels beyond level 5. We think it's an awesome opportunity to add new battle animations in, add new specialties, add new synergies into the game. Obviously change up the rewards and the battle stats. So there's a lot of cool elements you get from leveling up, and making sure that users have the ability to do that with all of their nugs is important to us. And so there'll be some cool card changes. So we're really going to have a nice diverse mix of rarities and evolution stages, but nugs will continue to be locked to the rarity that they are at from a nug perspective.
Asking for what's the
Yeah,
breakup?
so I got to get the breakdown up. Specifically, we have it in the announcements somewhere. It's
Here, I can go pull
we
that up.
got Yeah, it's from the previous mint. I don't think we've sent it out for the new mint, but it's the exact same distribution table there. But we've got legendaries, epics, rares, uncommons, and commons. So there'll be a chance for all of those. What I can say about the mints is that after this mint, you'll obviously have the ability to earn NFTs in game. Those will not be nearly as friendly on the rarity distribution as the mints are. So the mints are a really good chance to get some of those higher level nugs without having to get them on secondary. But as this game progresses, legendaries are going to stay legendary, epics are going to stay epic. We don't want to be inundating the higher rarities with a ton of NFTs there. So if you don't have a legendary or higher level NFT, it's not a bad time to get in on the mint. But if you do have one, hold on to that puppy with all you got. So
I'm trying to see if I can find the chances. I'll need to find that later because I've been wondering the same question. I know it's in this
for sure.
channel.
It's the same as the previous one. I can pull the graphic up and pop it into the announcements channel in the Discord after this.
Sweet. Thank you. And then, sorry, I missed another question. Stefan Donna was asking if the legendaries will have better stats than
Great
epics and
question.
auto chess.
Great question. So yes, as you progress in rarity, they will have better stats. That's a very important piece of us. That's a reward for owning the NFT. That being said, we are not a pay-to-win game. The core focus of how we're building auto chess is very much based on the elements and the synergies of the team you put out there. So you'll need to have a well-balanced team. You'll need to understand which synergies work for which combinations of users. So although a legendary has a better stat, it can get beat by a team of all commons because they have a better strategy than you. So it's really important to us that we're both finding the balance of incentivizing NFT ownership as well as incentivizing strategy and actual gameplay. So if you're going to buy a team of legendaries and expect to railroad the entire rest of the team, you're going to be a little upset there. You need to learn how these game balances, what elements are really strong in terms of what elements promote and assist and synergize with other elements of your team. So definitely going to have some benefits, but definitely very strategy focused. Yes, that's the
we
distribution.
got the percentages.
Yep. So you got legendary 1%, epic 5%, rare 11%, uncommon 29%, and common 54%.
This makes me feel a little less special that I got so many rares.
Oh yeah,
higher chance
even
than
at
I thought.
even at 11%. I mean, hey, I got all commons, so if it makes you feel any better.
Oh wow, you flipped a coin like 6 times and you got all heads?
Yeah. That was I think I minted 3 and I got all commons and then bought the rest. I think I keep my wallet at about 5 to 6 nugs at a time, and I'm usually giving them out to family, friends, raffles, whatever it may be.
Giving it to the community. I love it.
Absolutely. And that being said, we got some fun activities today that are going on. We had a token donation system for folks to give away tokens back to the community for community growth that we could use for partner projects, just because it was a guaranteed mint and those are limited. So we are going to have a legendary here that we're giving away, which Muss is making a great point. I did get the legendary in that, but I immediately sent it to the community wallet, and that is being raffled off today. So yes, it did happen, but I don't get to keep it. So we have the legendary getting raffled off today. We have an epic getting raffled off today. And then we've got some soul as well that's being raffled off there. We've got a poker tournament where we're giving away soul. We have a marble race where we're giving away soul. So it's going to be a really fun, kind of a day of activities that we've got.
And then
yes, and Stefano, yes, that is absolutely correct. Honestly, a really well-balanced common team will be able to beat a team that has, let's say, an uncommon, a common, and a legendary. There is no auto win roster that you can build in this game. We are very much focused on making it skill focused. And so having the ability to build your team and maintain that fairness is crucial to us. That's the entire life cycle of the game is dependent on this not being a pay to win game. And so we're doing a lot of we're kind of taking a page out of a book of a game called Clash Mini, which is a Supercell game that's been released in, I think, probably 10 countries at this point. It's still in beta mode, but they have a very, very good system of balance that is, you have your character, you can upgrade your character and build your character in a variety of ways. And you can show up with a level 5 character against the guy who's a level 1, but the level 1 guy beats you because his strategy is just better than yours. So, there's no path to, unlimited success in this. And it's going to be very much based on what the skill and strategy of the game is.
It won't be like Clash Royale where you can just like level up your character a whole bunch more than everybody else's and just stomp.
Yeah, just stomp. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nobody likes those games. I think that's as a gamer myself and somebody who was inspired to go down this route from a TFT perspective, which TFT is 100% level. It's everybody's on the same playing field. It was like that was a crucial element for us to build out. Keeping it away from pay to win is a core focus for us.
That's awesome to hear. That was honestly one of the most exciting things that you shared in the first interview, is that it's going to be so largely skill based. And I love that it's like more parody of weed rather than like directly all of the intricacies of actually growing a strain.
Yeah, and that was where we started out. I mean, man, if I got to find the documents, I'll share them one day as it'll be a funny joke. But it's basically, we had the original game we thought it was going to be a farming simulator that was very in depth for cannabis, and you have to plant and trim and do all of the things you would do to a cannabis plant, and it just did not sound fun when we got the idea together. So we changed it up. Yes. So leaderboards, absolutely. We're working on leaderboards. Like TFT, we are also working on seasonal tournaments. So with our seasonal releases of strains, we'll have some cool tournaments, leaderboards there, specific rewards for people who win those tournaments. We definitely want to have a leaderboard for users on the day-to-day playing. That's absolutely something that we're building, and is going to be a really fun part. I mean, it's tough to not have that competitive element, but future state as the game gets scale. I mean, I would love to implement something like SR and have, skill ratings for people and have divisions and all of that stuff. To be frank, in the early stages of it, if you don't have critical mass on your game, it's very difficult to fracture matchmaking and allow for users to still find matches. So it's going to be something that we're implementing as the game scales, and we're really excited to build out, eventually SR and all that. But in the shorter term, tournaments for sure, leaderboards for sure. That's all a part of the roadmap here.
That's awesome. Asking if there's going to be ranks and related rank names. I guess you're saying that's probably going to come later, right?
Yeah, that'll start to come later as we get the leaderboards up. Obviously the first stage of this will be getting the demo out so that everyone can play it, start to understand it, give us feedback. We're very much a community focused, organization. And so for the farming demo we put out, we got tons of great feedback, a lot of operational stuff that we were able to improve on and patch and fix. And so we're going to have that same period for users as we're really excited to get, everybody involved in the future of the game and making sure that it's as clean and as presentable as possible in the world. And so then the game itself will launch, on chain, fully usable and integrated with the farms. And then beyond that, we'll build out seasonal releases of mints. We'll build out tournaments. We'll build out leaderboards for users. And while that's happening, we're going to retain the team that we have on the farm, because we have 2 separate dev teams right now at about 10 people apiece. One is doing the farm, one is doing the auto chess. So we're going to retain the farm team, and they're going to do some really cool updates and upgrades to the farm. We're eventually hoping to get this to a thing where you can raid other farms. You can team up with people and clans and guilds and whatnot. So we're going to be basically building both of these simultaneously with a lot of awesome updates, and continue to integrate them in a lot of cool ways.
Awesome. You ready to move on to the giveaway?
Yes. Let's give away some whitelist spots, which I think is going to be good. And we appreciate you, Sandy, for getting these together, man.
Yeah. I went. When the nug pull happened, I got overexcited and just bought as many of those coins as I could.
Yeah.
And it paid off because they were Genesis. So
man.
Now I got whitelist spots for everything.
Yes, sir. And some more cool benefits on the way too. Also, you have to tell me what this Crittercraft thing is, because I've been running marble races with Fractal, and we've been doing wild collections through the chats on Twitch, and we were just talking about having a tool that would be so awesome.
Yeah, so Grubfish is pretty awesome because you can, like right now I'm trying to take in Solana addresses, so anybody who types that can put it in. Anybody who's already put in a Wax address can go put their Solana address in and just type it again, and it'll replace like the previous entry.
Oh, wow.
And then also, we usually, since it has the Twitch username, if somebody put an improper wallet, we can just reach out to them on Twitch and get the proper place to send it to. It definitely makes it way easier, because we also do like Upland giveaways, and so we have one that says like put your Upland username.
Interesting.
And they can put their username, and then I can send them Upix and Upland.
Sweet. Well, let's parlay offline. I could always use a little bit of tech assistance on some of the new stuff out there.
We just recently got or Mini Royale started using it too, and they're asking me for help. I wish they'd ask for more help, because I honestly want to learn more about StreamYard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pretty quickly. I also forgot they added in music now. I always forget to turn this on. But they have like their own custom music that you can put in the background. Oh, this is StreamYard though. This isn't Crittercraft. I wish StreamYard was connected with Crittercraft. That would be
that would be next level. We'll see the integration slowly but surely, my friend. They're coming.
Yeah. But if y'all do want to use this, I'll just shoot it over to you. It's actually originally a Wax project, but we found it works well for just about any sort of giveaway.
Yeah, so it looks like Stefan Dano asked if I'm playing any games. I definitely am playing TFT when I can. Yeah. Metawana is pretty much the only game I'm married to right now, but I will not share my rank because I'm god awful and it would be embarrassing. But every now and then I get to clue into Valorant. I got to play a little Elden Ring, which I loved. It was a lot of fun. And then I play. I'm an Age of Empires man. I'm an old school kind of guy there. I love my real time strategy. So maybe one day when Metawana's calmed down a little bit, I'll have some time to game. But that's pretty much all my time is in the developing of a game rather than the playing of it.
We'll need to play some Valorant sometime. What is TFT, by the way? Is that
Team Fight Tactics? So it's League of Legends. Yeah, it's like a League of Legends. I don't know what the best way to side game almost, where it's like it was released by them, same characters, but it's an auto chess battler, so it's different than that MOBA style that they've obviously cultivated. But it's a massive game. It's very good on mobile. It's very tournament friendly. It's super addicting. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it looks cool. Just pull up some pictures of it.
Yes, and it is a ripoff of Dota. I believe it's Dota Underlords it's called. So Dota Underlords is kind of their version of it as well. Unfortunately, Dota Underlords player base is about 1/100th of TFT's, but both are great games, that's for sure.
All right, we got 32 people in here. I think I'm gonna make last call for people to get in here.
Sweet.
Let's see, is King Weedy, is he in here? I don't think you're in here. I just !play, and then your wallet address. If you can't get it fast enough, just do !play, and we can handle the wallet address after.
Yeah, and Stefan Dano, I would absolutely use some League of Legends coaching tips. I am also terrible at that. Have fun though.
I'm horrible at League.
It is not easy, man. I mean, it's like the deeper you get in and the stiffer the competition gets, you realize like I'm not equipped in my life currently to ever be good at this game. League tournament in Metawana, absolutely. I'll change my name though, so I can hide, so people don't know it's me getting absolutely killed in the jungle. But
all right, I'm gonna boot this up the first round.
We got a Jana in the chat. There you go. Yeah, League reaches all. Well, this is wild. So how does this one work?
So they just kind of bounce around, and then just whoever's alive at the end wins. And there are different commands at the top that they can type in. So they can like make themselves go fast across the map, make themselves spin in a circle, make themselves bigger or smaller, make themselves go backwards.
Wow.
Or you can blow yourself up, like what they just did.
Yep.
Oof.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. And then we usually do a little bit of commentary, but we've come to learn that as soon as you say somebody's name, they die.
So, yeah, you don't want to jinx anybody. Okay, we got our little finalists here.
Coming down to the wire.
Yeah, 10-second delay on commands too.
Yeah, it is a little slow on.
Yeah, that's awesome. You folks mash.
Which kind of makes it a little less skill based, makes it a little more luck.
Yeah. Oh boy. Coming down to the wire here.
Yeah, that was close.
Ooh, close dodges from everyone. Oh.
I thought he was gonna dodge that.
Wow. That is electric.
And then I just hit the copy and I get the addresses.
Oh, that's epic.
And yeah, I got all the addresses pretty quick. And I will send those out after the stream.
Cool. How many are we giving out?
I got 4 to give away if we want to just do them all now.
Yeah, I can add 6 to that. So you want to do top 10?
Yeah, I was thinking we could do more than one.
Oh, you want to do multiple streams? Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do a couple races then. Sorry, top 10. But I can top you off to make sure we got 10 or so I don't know how many you have, but is it 8? You have 8 total?
Yeah, and I have 4 that I'm giving away.
Okay, got it. So yeah, I'll give you 6 more to give away so we can do, top 5 of 2 races. Or do you want to do a couple more races?
So it goes from this into a dance off with the top 24. And we usually do something for the winner of this and the winner of the next one. So however we want to pick.
Cool.
I guess, yeah, we could just do top 5 of the first half and then top 5 of the
dance off.
I don't know if more people are going to join in that want to come do this. Yeah, see if people are asking if we can add them. Yeah. Maybe we could do top 2 of that race that just happened, top 2 this next one, and then top 3 of the next 2.
Perfect. That's a math guy right there.
All right, I'll throw everybody in the dance off. And this one really is luck. There is no performing better. You can change your color. That's about it.
Nice. Oh, so this is you're just standing there waiting for your impending doom.
Yep.
Oh boy. This is great. I can't believe I'm just finding out about this tool now. I'm integrating this into every day in Metawana.
Oh, it's a ton of fun, and I love it because we used to do a lot of marbles on stream, which is a super fun way to give stuff away. It's just very like I got to be awake and paying full attention.
Yeah, you kind of got to be like an auctioneer or like a horse race, announcer, just kind of firing off analysis. But yeah, I'm all in on this. Yeah, we'll have some fun activities this afternoon for people. So I'm definitely going to pick your brain to get this set up and, maybe do some surprise giveaways for folks. We got Solana and whitelist spots still and always some NFTs. So we'll get some good games going.
Yeah, that'll be cool to see.
So 323 and penny bags.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, and I'll send the list to you as well once I get this.
Cool. Excellent.
Right, and then anybody else wants to hop in for this next round? This will be a top 3 of both. Oh, got some questions in the chat about changing yourself to be the same color as the saw to not die. I've never actually seen that happen, or if it's a legitimate thing.
Interesting.
I really hope it's a thing, but it's like near impossible to do because I imagine you have to be dead on with
Yeah,
which color you choose, and it's 0 to 99. So there's like
that's
quite a
wild.
few colors for you to choose from to get the right one.
You never put it past the user base to find strategies immediately, though. You know.
Yeah. They've just got like a wall with all the colors on it
Yeah.
in front of them.
Well, what was this thing called again? This app?
So it's called Grubfish or Crittercraft.
Got it.
Like the game we're playing is Grubfish. The greater project is called Crittercraft. And then they did VIRL NFTs. So I redeemed my NFTs for these little plushies. I'll show you these. They're probably my favorite toy I own.
Yeah, let me check it out. I'd be lying if I said you know, that plushy Battle Buds, Baby Buds, and Nugs weren't on the table as well.
Oh, that'd be pretty epic. Especially the Baby Buds.
Yeah, the Baby Buds they're little chonky little beasts, you know, that baby's belly. So I think they would be pretty nice on plushies. We were talking to a dispensary actually around here about getting some plushies in. Oh, those are awesome.
Let's see, where is it? There we go. Yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah. And they're pretty big too. They're like the size of my forearm.
That's a lot more length than I was expecting there. You know, it was kind of hidden.
Yeah.
That's legit.
They're fun though. And you just had to like blend NFTs together to get the full redemption ticket.
Nice. Yeah, that's we'll take a page out of that book. I can promise the chat that plushies will come up eventually.
If they don't, I'm gonna hold you to it. So
yeah, please. I'm on camera now, so that's yeah, we've got some interesting plans along that front. I won't say too much more, but we've got some awesome stuff coming in the near term here. Give me Nug plushies or give me death.
Honestly, though, I need those in my life now that you mentioned them.
Sweet. 42.
That's one thing I'm surprised not to have seen yet is like free merch for holders. Not just like a merch store for holders, but actually
for
free
sure.
merch.
Yeah, and that's a great question. I honestly I cannot say more. Just given how our surprises go here. So I'm gonna punt on that question. We will have a merch store in the future. But you know, we love rewarding our holders. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, this is one of the few projects I'm not really worried about getting rewarded as a holder. I'd be shocked if I wasn't. I feel like we already got the reward. Like
we've got a lot more stuff on the way too, and I think with the real world cannabis connections and a lot of the conversations we've had as well, you know, that's always an avenue. We're obviously I want to partner with stuff that isn't limited to only certain people. You know, people in let's say the area of a dispensary. So we're very much maintaining. You know, we'll have users across the world, and we need to get them rewards too. So we're looking out for everybody, and you know, the other thing to note is that we've got some of the other people on our team they're from the older generation. You know, they're used to traditional businesses, and so their whole idea of like learning about NFTs is like, well, why doesn't everybody get like a hoodie or something? Like, where's the real world value in this? Because you're trying to explain what Web3 is in general to them. So we have some very pro giveaway actual physical products to the world people on the team, and you know they're getting listened to.
I'm excited for that. I was sad Josh and I didn't get to lose our minds on stream because we had to keep the secret. But as soon as we both figured out what that nug pull was, as soon as you were gone, we were both like, did this really just happen? Or
I was like, I didn't realize it too because I only had like 10 minutes. I only had like such a small period of time because we had the fractal war room when we were doing the mint to just go over tech stuff and all that. I didn't realize how important that was. So I was very much trying to keep a straight face as my DMs were flooding with like other people looking out for us, being like, "Hey man, just so you know, like it didn't deduct anything." I was like, it's good to see that you figured it out.
Good question in the chat. Long hair. I'm not sure who you're talking to, but we're interviewing Metawana, which is a Solana-based NFT project where you'll grow and battle your buds.
Yes, sir.
Which is going to be pretty cool.
It's a cannabis-themed farming and battle game. We've got a mint tomorrow on Fractal.
Tomorrow
it's like in 17 hours or something like that.
18 hours and 48 minutes.
18 hours and 48 minutes.
This page will not go down for that whole time.
Yeah. I keep thinking tomorrow and then realizing we're chunking away at the amount of hours left before it.
I'm going to say final call here for the grubfish. We got 44 people
Sweet.
in. Every time I say that, one person hops in. I'm glad I say that every time.
Yep. 2K, yes, there will be a public sale if there's any left over from the guaranteed mint. So it is a guaranteed mint, 24 hours for that first phase. The exact number of tokens to NFTs available have been distributed, and anything left over will go to the public. So, would be great to sell out a guaranteed mint. If somebody sleeps through it or forgets or doesn't set their alarm, that's, one more that'll hit the public.
Yeah. And I mean, that happens in all mints. So,
yeah. I mean, even the most
there's going to be something left over.
You're going to have somebody who forgets it's what day it is, So,
yeah. All right. I'm going to boot up the scrubfish. So, top 3 from this and then top 3 from the dance off afterward.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot to join and blow myself up.
Yeah. Is that moon? Is that the moon command?
No, it's not one that it shows. It's grubsplode is the command.
Got it.
And one of the best options, you can grubsplode and then hit the resize button, and sometimes you'll grow into like this massive grubfish that then explodes and just takes out half the map.
Oh wow. You can do a martyrdom?
Yeah. We've had a few of them where we took out like all but 4 people just from having a bunch of people exploding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mini explosions are funny too. If you resize and you get super tiny, it's just a tiny little explosion. Also, let me know if I'm holding you too long at all.
No, man, I'm here. I'm here to chill, hang out. This has been fantastic. I'm just slyly answering Discord inbounds and Slack messages, in the interim. But
you're all good. I just saw us creeping up on an hour and wanted to make sure I'm not keeping you too long.
Oh, it's been an hour so far. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, time kind of flew.
It's like 50 minutes. I can watch Grubs all day.
All right, so Sumerian B, I'm gonna need your Solana address, and I'll DM you as well in Twitch chat to confirm on that.
All right, final dance off, dancing with the shrooms.
Have you used the Fractal wallet yet?
I actually did for the first time yesterday. So we did an EV.io shooter tournament, which was a super cool idea they approached us about. That they basically took our tokens and put them in game on map with like a 2% drop rate. So you'd be running around the map mid game and you'd see a whitelist token on the ground, you'd pick it up and they'd send it to your Fractal wallet. So we did that yesterday, and I opened one to just kind of play around and get locked into the game, and it seems pretty easy. I mean, it was very user friendly. I think that's what I'm starting to see a lot of games do well, is take that kind of crypto 101 necessary experience out of the hands of the user, and like open a wallet for them up on the back end so that they can play the game without having to learn all the ins and outs of hot versus cold wallets and transactions and private keys and all that, which I think is really good for user adaptability. Obviously security concerns in there as well, but I think from what I've seen from the Fractal side, they do a fantastic job. All right.
Yeah. I'm I'm just getting the addresses sorted. All right, sweet. And I will. Some of those are a little slow on getting their wallet addresses. Once I have everybody's, the 10 people who won have those wallet addresses, we'll get those sent out. Let me make this music stop. Sorry. I forget how loud that is.
It's nice. It's like a doctor's office level for me. So it's a nice soothing background noise, you know.
The Grubfish music was quiet like that for you?
I'm just hearing like the casual, smooth jazz and music.
Oh,
in
I
the
wonder if the
background. I don't think I
Grubfish
was-
music wasn't working. Yeah, the smooth jazz is very much doctor's music. I like that they added that. All right, well, that's all the
Epic.
questions from my end, and that's the giveaway. Is there anything else you wanted to add or any closing remarks?
Just a big thank you, man. I appreciate you, Sonny, for getting this together on a short timeline. It's always fantastic to be chilling here talking with you. So, just to everybody who wants to jump in, you know, would love to have you on the Mint. If you want to just come in and have a good time as well today, we're gonna have a lot of fun events, and we're really excited to see some new faces in there and get some baby buds into the wallets of everybody tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to that. This will be a fun mint.
Sweet.
Still praying for another nug pull, but I know it's not coming.
You know, it would be nice to fund the game outside of ourselves, but
yeah,
you know, well,
no, I get it. It's just
never say
that
never,
was probably the nicest surprise I've ever had from a sale.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun one, and then you know it really did wonders for building trust in the community, which is really the overall goal of the lifespan of this. So. So yeah, man, it was fantastic, and we'll get buds into everyone's hands tomorrow, and then you know look out for the next surprise, which will be in a week from today.
Awesome, sounds good. And thank you everybody for joining and watching the stream and asking your questions. It's always helpful to get some more questions outside of my own, some more from the community as well.
Absolutely epic.
Awesome. Thank you. And I'll raid y'all over to a friend of ours in the wax space, Burst of Energy. And y'all can check out his stream as well if you're into NFT gaming in general. Wax is a pretty good place for that.
Check it out, man.
All right. Have a good one, Bonist.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.